you. May God not allow them to kill you.
May God not allow them to kill you. Those people were asking, what did they do? Well, that is the military detention, or you can call it a military prison. Most of the people they detained there, they were the soldiers who survived ambush, terrorist ambush. Some of them, they were detained to write statements, and they've been there for like a year, 2 years, okay? Soldiers who protested their payments, poor payments, and all that, they were sent to the prison. So, I mean, military prison, all right? Now, there are more than 100 in that space that you saw in that video, okay? And in fact, it is the action before they finally broke out, because the problem was that they held one of the provosts of the military provost of that prison. They held him hostage, and they made that video that they have to do something about their situation. These were soldiers that they kind of, if you are sent for insubordination, not resuming to duty in time, or any other kind of accusation, okay, you end up in the military prison, and that is their life. That's their life. So what's the difference, right? It was showing you the food, showing you the water, the space. Abuja is the Federal Capital Territory. A lot of Nigerians will probably look at Abuja like Abuja is going to be like a small London. Oh, beautiful roads, fancy buildings. But it's a city without water. Imagine you having to live in Abuja, and somewhere in Abuja, you have people who are drinking, humans and animals who are drinking from this stream at the Nigerian Federal Capital Territory, Abuja.
Yes, Oga, look at this way that these people are used to come from their village to the river I was telling you about. Sorry, I traveled. I just came back from school yesterday. Look at the water they are used to drink. I am Kulana. Look at it. Look at the water they are used to drink. Look at it. Look at the main place they are used to fetch their water. This is the main place. Then some people that maybe they might come late, they might come late, then they might be following this process for them to get the water. So in order to stop those people entering inside, they have to put some blockage so that they won't be entering inside. Then look at it. Look at where they are used to enter. Look at their legs. That's where they are. Let me enter. Let me myself enter, then you will see where exactly they are going to. Then look at where they are going to. Then look at the main place the water is coming from. Look at where your people are drinking water, and you be inside town enjoying your bottled water, pure water, and the rest. Look at the main water they are used to drink. Look at it. Look at water they are used to drink. Please, for crying out sake, please, we are pleading. We need your help, please. As we look forward.
You know who they are pleading with, right? Pleading to come and give them water. Peter Obi. But let's go to the next one. The Nigerian Senate has passed, or should I say, they are making a proposal that drug dealers in Nigeria will now face death penalty, death sentence. If you are caught dealing in drugs, selling drugs or smuggling it, if you are arrested and tried, your conviction is going to be death sentence. What an irony. You currently have the drug dealer, Tifnumbu, as your president. You also have the co-business partner, a druggie as well, as your first lady. That is a rat. Remi Ahmed Tifnumbu. You have Bola Ahmed Tifnumbu Bat, whose deputy is a rat, bat and rat anyway. So people say that. Then you have a bunch of drug dealers, money launderers, drug addicts in charge of different states too in Nigeria today. But they are making law to sentence drug dealers to death. Are you thinking what I am thinking, Martinelli? Or African Wahala? Are you thinking what I am thinking? When you remember this Sinola, is it called the Sinola cartel? But let's leave the Sinola cartel. Let's come back to a place like Italy. What do you call them again? The Sicily cartel or something, right? Now, if you have the power for you to control the markets, what do you do in those drug deal movies that we have seen? If you have any power or instruments to get rid of your competitors, would you do it or not? Well, you will do it. And there are many ways. It is either you sponsor somebody to government, and they can use government power to help you clear all your competitors, and it will be only you. Or you give the government the intel about your other drug dealers, and the government can go after them, but only you will be the remaining drug dealer in the whole country. And you'll be so rich, like hell of a rich. Or just be like Tifnumbu. Something that Pablo Escobar couldn't do in Mexico. Tifnumbu, which is Pablo Escobar. He has done it. Just run to be president. You are the drug dealer. You want to control everything from the West Africa to Mali to everywhere, Timbuktu. We have seen Tifnumbu with the most wanted drug dealer from Mali in the same chopper right there in Guinea. So he's going to be your president. There shouldn't be any competitor. You know, Tifnumbu doesn't like competition. Yeah. The guys who brought the idea of Alpha Beta to Tifnumbu on how to, use technology to bring together all the taxpayers in Lagos State and improve the tax revenue or revenue generation for Lagos State and improve Lagos State, right? Those guys who brought the idea to Tifnumbu, by the time Tifnumbu got it from them, he chased them away. They had to go to court. That Tifnumbu had to settle out of court to pay the guy over 21 billion naira settlement. Well, you don't know that, do you? Hi, before Alpha Beta could be left to continue to rob all of you blind. Somebody brought the idea. The idea wasn't for them to collect 30%. They were demanding for 3%. We will collect all the taxes for you in Lagos State, link everything together, make it so easy that you make more money, but you give us 3% of it. Tifnumbu changed it to 30%. Today is collecting the 30%. And Alpha Beta is there right now committing the crime all over the place. So we do it, right? And, if suddenly the Nigerian senators feels like drug dealers should be killed, I'm not advocating for drug dealers. I'm just saying that, are you seeing what I am saying? Or are you thinking what I am thinking? The Nkumiri that is spreading all over Nigeria. How many of you remember that there is a man called IBD Dende? There are many. There is another one called Rano. Hey, Baba, Nigeria is a crime scene. I just mentioned two names now. You see these two names, They are big names in Nigeria now. Have you seen what is called that guy called Rano? How many of you remember that Rano is a former bandit, a terrorist? How many of you? Oh, is the #1 smuggler from the northern Nigeria. That Rano that now have Rano oil, Rano airline, Rano this, Rano that. Yeah. How many of you know that that's the #1, the most deadliest smuggler in northern Nigeria for decades? Baba, according to report, they say Yaradua, as president of Nigeria, had to kind of go and meet the guy and say, come, we want you to stop smuggling. Okay? Like, we'll give you passage to import whatever you want to import, but stop smuggling. Then they turned him around, repackaged him, and now he's one of the northern billionaires. A lot of you have seen them, have you? Oh, all these northern billionaires. Anyway, long story. The second one is called IBD Dende. Now that one, they cover the south. Gun run, you see all these guns that are getting imported into Nigeria. They actually have names of those who are bringing them in. But Nigeria is a criminal, it's a criminal's den. It is a crime scene. I will be arrested for saying this, not those guys. That is why this guy, Daniel Ojukwu, that Shore and Co. protested for yesterday, has now been released. Okay? Once you report on any of this, you will be arrested. You're kidnapped. Okay? And that's it. There's no law that stops them from doing that in a way. But Tipnumbu want to curb drug. Oh, that's so beautiful. It is so believable, right? Would you believe that? Now listen to Oshiomole and Ndume exchange chat on that.
Of our colleagues, this amendment is supposed to toughen the laws against drug trafficking or use. Therefore, Section 11 of the proposed bill, Section 11, distinguished colleagues, go to that, was the original submission. It's supposed to be toughened in order to discourage the. So, I am surprised that the committee is recommending a softer punishment. It was a life imprisonment. In fact, we should change it to death sentence. This is practiced everywhere in this country that are serious about dealing with drugs. So when we come to take it close by close, please, distinguished colleagues, let's change that Section 11 to read death sentence, whether by hanging or whatever. This is why I am, as we go along, my other observations, but please, distinguished colleagues, let's show seriousness in this 10th Assembly that we have opportunity to look at the law. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. I didn't want to stop you because...
Debt. We must be honest, transparent in the decision. I am accountable to my conscience and to my community. Death sentence is not a matter for a, nay, or nay. Everybody should vote so that we will be counted. When it matters, those who vote for death and those who vote for punishment. No, you cannot. We take a vote. It's a fundamental issue. We are making law here. This is not a motion. I have responsibility for any law that I made while I'm in this parliament. No, we can't pass it because I don't believe that the highs have it. It's about life and death.
You didn't go for a division and move out of it, so
So please make the laws death sentence to drug dealers, death sentence to public treasury looters, death sentence to all terrorists with no option of appeal, parole, or conversion. Then show me where to vote. I'll vote there. But when you see thieves, career terrorists, destiny killers, who are now making laws to curb drug dealers, then you can easily tell yourself I can't be deceived. That happened. Going forward, I want to say something before I continue. Last night, I tried to point out the importance of you liking this broadcast. Now, let me tell you something, okay? It is really, 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 really important. If you really say you want to support Mayegu, do you know that liking the video is more valuable to me, to you, to all of us on this platform than that super chat? And I mean it, I'm serious. I can be here and I can see and say, oh yeah, I've got 1,600 people. Oh, I've got 2,000 people. Okay, I want to see if those 2,000 people are real. Now, that's something that will make me feel like, oh, okay, I could actually keep all these guys here. That means, okay. So I have to make sure that I keep the quality of the kind of conversation we have here. And it also helps. It helps this message to really, really, really go far. And that is why I kind of always love to remind you, it is so important. It's more important than that super chat. I'm not saying that super chat is not important, right? But I can sit down here for 6 hours, okay, without looking forward to any super chats, $1, $10, $100. No, without looking forward to any of that. I so much look forward to you showing that you are here, okay? Like, I'm here, right? That means a lot to me. It means a lot to the platform itself. It helps. And that's why I kind of wanted us to see yesterday that how could we be up to 2,000? And it was like a patry 500. And it's kind of unfair to those of you who indeed, who actually does this. You like the video and you do what you have to do, only for you to get a cut off despite that. So I know it's kind of unfair, right? But honestly speaking, I was like, you know what? I'll just do this some other time. But again, please, it is more important, okay? And I appreciate every one of you that actually takes their time to go and like the video. Thank you. Now let's go further. So Rivers State yesterday, we covered the controversy that is now brewing in Rivers State. It is already escalating slowly but surely, okay? Slowly but surely. So here is a letter written by the 27 or 25 House of Assembly members, loyal to Wirewike, asking the DSS to come to their aid because Tim Fubara is about to demolish their quarters. That is the legislative quarters. But Fubara said, no, they are not demolishing any quarters. They want to renovate the quarters. Papa, this is a newly built quarters that was handed to the legislators, I think 2 years ago. But we all know why. And there are many people who kind of supported Fubara, since Fubara said, these guys in the face of the law do not exist. Now it seems that the shit is getting serious now, okay? So they have written to the DSS to help them. And from what I have been told, the police have already taken over the Rivers State Legislative Quarters. Now, I'll bring you a report on that later, right? There's also a court injunction, a court judgment that has now confirmed that those guys are not lawmakers anymore. Okay, 25 of them, including the one who presents himself as their speaker. So the shit is getting real now, like I said, and they have not been able to lift this. Now, Fubara himself has issued an order. This is called the executive order, and they've gazetted it. According to the government of Rivers State under Fubara, they have given an executive order RVSG, Rivers State Government 001-2023. And according to them, right, they said on the 29th day of October, right, they've already moved the motion a request that said the sitting of the Rivers State House of Assembly is no longer going to be the main place they usually sit. And in all of this, the embattled, I don't even know which one is embattled now. Is it Fubara that is embattled, or this speaker and the lawmakers? No idea. But hey, here is what they have to say. They are ready to die if Fubara want to, right? From River States. Here.
As you can see, this is where the governor and his team, they broke the gates. This is the point, this is the hinge you see. It's broken. The governor ordered his men to break.
What we are seeing is corruption that is fighting back. Corruption is fighting back. Everything we have challenged the governor to answer, he has refused to answer them. All he's doing is to resort to blackmail, intimidation, media attacks. He has employed his media attack dogs. They are moving from one media house to the other, peddling falsehood against Rivers people, against lawmakers. We remain resolute. Yes, sir. Rivers' job has been given to us, which is to make laws for the good governance of our people in line with Section 4 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The local governments in Nigeria are properly provided for in Section 7 of the 1999 Constitution, which says that the local government shall be by democratically elected individuals. And we stand by that. We will resist any attempt to allow people who were not elected to be in office. The reason is because the Constitution is clear, and the Constitution abhors unelected people to be in office where elected people are supposed to occupy. Yesterday we sat, and by the grace of God, we were able to pass the Rivers State Local Government Law 2024, which is a bill that a member sponsored in order to consolidate all the laws of guiding the operations of local government in the states. By the special grace of God, we expect that the governor will give his assent. If he fails to give his assent, of course, the House will go with what the Constitution has asked us to do. But what is important is that 27 members of the House are intact. We are working together for the people of Rivers State. We are doing our job. We remain members. We remain principal officers. Governor has no jurisdiction to say who is a speaker or who is not a speaker. Governor does not have any iota of claim or any provision in the Constitution or any law that gives him power to say whether the assembly is existing or not. The House of Assembly is a creation of law, is a creation of the Constitution. And we're happy with what we're doing for Rivers State. It's important that I make it clear that the 27 members of the Rivers House of Assembly are sitting, conducting legislative business in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic as altered, in line with our laws. We remain members. No member of the Rivers State House of Assembly has his or her seat declared vacant. The Constitution is clear that the only person that can declare a seat vacant is Mr. Speaker. I am the Speaker. I was elected by all the members sitting and present during the day the House was proclaimed. All the members voted me. I have continued to do my job, and I remain the Speaker. The Deputy Speaker is the Deputy Speaker. All of us were doing the job for which we have been elected to perform. It is shameful that the governor is resorting to desperate measures in order to garner support and to allow his appointee to take over our duty. But let me also make it clear and draw the attention of Rivers people and indeed Nigerians that there is a subsisting judgment of the Federal High Court which has issued an interim injunction on the governor. The governor is a party in that suit, asking the governor to stop interfering in our affairs. That judgment of court is still subsisting. The governor has appealed against it, and that judgment has not been set aside. That judgment has said it clearly that I am the Speaker. Of course, I was elected by the people, and members are sitting and should not be disturbed. But every day we listen and read to media reports of some people who were suspended on the 30th of October, purporting to be principal officers of the House. They were duly suspended by the rules of the House. They are already in court. The court has not given any judgment to the contrary. The judgment is subsisting. The Constitution is clear as to how a member can leave his seat or vacate his seat. Our seats are intact. So we are happy. We know that plans are underway to harm us, but we know that we cannot run away from a job that we have been elected to perform. We remain resolute. I want to once again commend honorable members. Look at our women. Most of them they have left their families and serving our dear states. They are not afraid. They should tell the governor that members are not afraid. He can come with all the military personnel. He can come with all the police officers. We will sit when we need to sit. Anytime we have adjourned the house, when it is time to sit, we will sit because we have the mandate of the people to sit. Governor has no power over the legislature. The legislature is a creation of the Constitution, and he will be ashamed because he has nothing that he can do to stop us. All those fanning the embers of war in River State will be put to shame. River State House of Assembly members will remain resolute in line with peace. We want peace in the state.